A heartfelt welcome to you soon-to-be instructional designers. Today we are going to talk about work breakdown structure. A work breakdown structure is a key project deliverable that organizes the team's work into manageable sections. According to the Project Management Institute, project time management includes the following elements. Define activities, sequence activities, estimate activity resources, estimate activity durations, develop schedule, control schedule. The list of activities, their relationship to each other, and estimates of durations and required resources comprise the work breakdown structure. The WBS represents a breakdown of the project into components that encompass the entire scope of the project. Each level of the WBS hierarchy represents a more detailed description of the project work so that the highest level represents broad categories, and the lower levels represent increasing amounts of detail. Larger and more complex projects often require a larger WBS. The size of the WBS is directly related to the amount of work on the project and how that work is divided into work packages. The WBS can be developed around the project phases or the project units or functions that will be performing the work. A WBS organized around the project phases facilitates the understanding of the amount of work required for each phase of the project. A WBS developed around the project units or functions of the project facilitates the understanding of the amount of work required for each function. The following example, John's move, will often be used throughout the rest of the book. It is a low level of complexity compared to a larger project and would probably not receive the amount of detailed planning described in the following examples. However, we felt this basic scenario, which is familiar to most people, will demonstrate the concepts that can be applied to any project. John has a small but important project. He has accepted an instructional design position in Atlanta and now has to move from Chicago to Atlanta and be there, ready to work, right after the Christmas holidays. If the furniture arrives in good condition at least 2 days before John starts work, and for less than $5,000, the project will be a success. The move to Chicago 5 years ago cost $5,000, but John is smarter now and will use his friends to help, so he is confident he can stay within budget. Developing a WBS begins by defining and developing lists of all activities, work performed on the project that consumes project resources, including cost and time, needed to accomplish the work of the project. The first draft of the WBS includes activities at the highest level of the hierarchy or the management level and typically includes the major activities or summary activities required to accomplish the deliverables identified in the project scope of work. On John's Move project, these top-level activities are numbered 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and so on, as shown in Figure 8.1. One of John's summary-level activities is packing, 3.0. The activity is then decomposed, broken down into smaller units, to the next level by listing the tasks needed to accomplish that step, as shown in Figure 8.2. The first subdivision of activities is listed as 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3. The WBS shows a greater level of detail by listing the tasks needed for each subdivision activity, such as 3.3.3 pack bedroom, which could be decomposed further, such as 3.3.3.1 pack closet, 3.3.3.2 pack drawers, etc. This type of numbering of the activities is called intelligent numbering. In intelligent numbering, the numbering system has meaning so that a member of the project team knows something about the activity by the number of the activity. For example, any activity associated with packing begins with a 3, even picking up donuts is an activity under packing because the donuts are a form of payment for the packing labor of Dion and Carlita. The WBS is developed or decomposed to the level that the manager needs to control or manage the project. On our John's Move example, the project schedule may have been just as effective without detailing the packing of the individual rooms in the old apartment. If we deleted these items, would John know when he needed to pack each one of these rooms? If the answer is yes, then we may not need that level of detail. Here are some additional websites that can help you to learn more about work breakdown structure. All the best as you work towards becoming exceptional instructional designers.